We're all storytellers from the beginning of time. When I first came here, there was no building. And at first there was like 3 of us, and then there was 5 of us up there. And from the moment I was there, it was so exciting. I mean, the opportunity to plan a whole museum from nothing is extraordinary.
When the museum first opened, it happened at a time in the greater Seattle area where nobody knew what this place was going to be. It was sort of like the giant in the woods. And when we opened our doors and we're working here, we're just sort of figuring it out. You know, it's a new team, new facility. Our audience is jazzed to come in and see and watch us work and see the exhibitions. We would have a couple of visiting artists, like maybe once a month, once every other month. And that was always so cool to see some of the iconic glassmakers come down, and they usually brought people with them. But as we went along, we started a relationship with Pilchuck to bring some of their artists in residence to our facility. And we started to get a little bit of a reputation of a place to come and make art, a place to fabricate art and ideas.
I hope that the Museum of Glass tells 2 stories. The first story is the story of creativity and artistic process. I hope that through going through the hot shop and making something in the Ed Studio and seeing artwork in the gallery, visitors get the full spectrum of the creative process. I also hope that the museum helps take visitors through the story of how glass has developed as an art medium. We're seeing it through the eyes of masters of the material and watching how artists have learned from those masters and are using this centuries-old medium to tell new stories.
We have been so fortunate here in the Pacific Northwest to see the emergence of this fine art material, because for a long time it was a craft material, and here it's been transformed, and we have had the privilege of leading that.
We're sort of the keeper, the stewards of certainly the Pacific Northwest story. Glass is such a small, tight-knit international community, so our reach is not just here. It's well beyond our doors, whether it's people traveling here as a visitor to come watch us or people, tuning in online to watch us while we're working. Really what we're looking forward to is continuing to be sort of a living museum that's sort of on the forefront of contemporary glass, and a place to come and make art, a place to have an exhibition, and to really be on the forefront of what's happening next.
Everything we do is about stories. Our curriculum is held together, whether it be Science of Art curriculum or Creating Connections curriculum, and unique programs like even Kids Design Glass is about stories.
Without the Museum of Glass in Tacoma, where does art go next? As the world becomes more digital, I hope that places like the museum help people remember that it's important to make things with your hands. It's important to be together without a screen. It's important to support people who are trying to make something that tells a story. Without the Museum of Glass, how do we help people appreciate all of that? It's because of support of the museum that artists can come here and take their career in a new direction. Support really helps us bring the conversations that art can have to unexpected places. Having the support to the museum helps us do what we do and amplify it to people who may be excited to hear about it.
Every piece of glass holds a story.